This is so crazy. Oh no. Pearl reenacting this moment in front of Steven. It's... Oh boy, Steven. Captain! How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome back to another episode of Steven Universe. This next episode is called Rose's Scabbard, and I'm gonna need the show to chill the fuck out for a minute. Another Rose episode? Do you want me depressed? I'm exhausted, dude. It's like every week of this show is a new trauma dumping session. This has become one of the least bingeable shows I've ever experienced, just out of sheer emotional exhaustion. What's interesting about the title of this episode, though, is the implication that Rose's Scabbard holds so much narrative significance that it warrants titling an entire episode after it, which is made doubly interesting by the fact that we've already seen Rose's sword, and that didn't get an episode titled after it. I just feel like those implications really reinforce this show's themes of reform, protection, healing, pacifism. It's just cool that Rose's Scabbard gets its own episode named after it, and its accompanying sword doesn't. It's cool in the same way that Steven's powers are entirely protection and healing based, whereas a lot of other cartoons give their protagonists very violent powers. But first, we've got to talk about today's sponsor, Raycon. Back to school season is right around the corner, and you know what I wish I had when I was back in college? Any headphone device of any kind. I used to walk around campus playing music out of my phone out loud, holding the speaker up to my ear like this. Why did nobody kick my ass? Don't be like me. In literally any regard, but mostly when it comes to how I use listening devices. Enter Raycon, whose new bone conduction headphones offer the perfect trifecta of comfort, quality, and affordability. Imagine showing up on campus looking like you're from the future wearing a pair of these. Raycon's bone conducting headphones use off-ear audio, transmitting sound through vibrations in your bones. Sounds horrifying, doesn't it? Well, thankfully, it's not. What results isn't pure terror, but pure comfort instead. The design of these headphones allows them to stay on your ears far better than most other headphone designs, while allowing you to still remain completely aware of your surroundings. These are perfect for when I'm working out, going on runs outside, or shopping, because I'm able to listen to my favorite podcast or playlist without completely tuning out the world around me. With up to 13 hours of battery life, these headphones are sure to become your new everyday listening devices. So treat yourself to an awesome new back-to-school gift with Raycon's new bone conducting headphones. Click on the link in the description below or go to buyraycon.com/DannyMataBC to get 20% off your order. Thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring today's video, and now on to the show.
This place is even bigger and more weapony than I remember.
This was the site of a historic battle. Every weapon here was left by a gem over 5,000 years ago.
Do you think the strawberries came before or after the battle? Like, do you think the gems were just like, we shall paint the fields red with their blood? My lord, the fields are already painted red with strawberries. Then first we will bake pies. Many, many pies. Then comes the bloodshed.
You really need to train that thing better.
Oh, we've been making progress. Now he looks at me when I say his name. Lion! Lion! Hey, Lion!
This is so embarrassing. Please cut to a new scene. There's no worse feeling a pet owner can experience than telling someone your animal is well behaved, and then they proceed to ignore everything you ask them to do. There's nothing more embarrassing than being like, oh, don't worry, my dog's not that chaotic. And then watching your dog claw the thighs off of your guest the second they step through the door.
What's he got now? That's the scabbard for Rose's sword! Gimme! Gimme!
I thought Rose had like a buster sword. This is so much smaller and skinnier than I remember her sword being.
It's been ages.
Turn it clockwise. No, you're other clockwise.
What is it, Steven?
What was Mom like?
45 episodes into the Dead Mom show, and the kid finally asks what his dead mom was like. How is this question just now coming up? I feel like what was mom like should have been Steven's first words. Is this common in children that experience the loss of a parent at an early age? Because I can see that being an actual, like, psychology fact. Like, maybe kids who lose their parent don't ask about them until they're well into their early teens. If anyone knows about that, I would be interested to learn in, like, that aspect of child psychology, if that's what this is pulling from.
She was courageous and brilliant and beautiful.
Yeah, lift it backwards.
Sometimes you look so much like her.
Backwards.
You calling Steven beautiful? Steven has never looked anything like either of his parents. He has only ever looked like a caricature of Jonah Hill.
Nothing else could fit so perfectly inside. For all this time, it's been incomplete.
Well, let's complete it. Where's the sword?
Does he not already have the sword? I thought Lion gave it to him. Is this the scabbard for a different sword, or am I misremembering things? We've definitely already seen her sword, right? Did I watch this shit out of order? Also, this is so for nobody. Feel free to just fucking skip ahead 30 seconds. Ever since watching, I think, Power Rangers Samurai when I was a child, fighting with a scabbard has always been so cool to me. Briefly, Steven was like, don't worry, Pearl, if anyone fucks with me, I'll bop him with this scabbard. Which sounds silly. Nobody fights with a scabbard, right? Wrong. The Gold Ranger from Power Rangers Samurai makes fighting with a sword and scabbard look so cool. He basically uses it as a secondary, like, parrying sword. And it's so smart, it's so rad.
Just a 3-hour hike that way, followed by a vertical climb at 90 degrees. Think you can handle it? I was your mother's sole confidant.
This is so good. Transport Steven like this all the time. Why on earth is Steven walking anywhere when this is an option?
Welcome to Rose's secret armory.
Whoa. I've been here before.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. You already have this sword. You took it to the movies. Also, I love anytime Pearl looks like a terrifying Italian jester from like the 14th century. Did you see the face she made? Where her eyes are giant and her nose is extra pointy.
The axes of ages?
Ooh, we got Spiky Chain Lady and her metal dealies.
The heretic's anguish.
Okay, hey, what is that? Is that a statue or some kind of torture device? Like, I can't tell if it's a monument to some heretic or something you put heretics inside of. Also, heretic of what? What gem-based religion is this inferring to? Inferring wasn't the right word. I mean, implying exists? Maybe? Something, whatever. Fuck off. Fuck off!
It's a straight-bladed saber that's pink, with a red handle. There are vines etched in the guard that connect to a rose-shaped pommel.
Oh, I know where that is.
45 episodes in, and he's just now telling them he has this sword. Pearl loves sword fighting. Why hasn't he told her about this? There was even an episode where... I just remembered the last time Pearl tried to teach him how to sword fight. Never mind, maybe it makes sense Steven has never brought up swords to Pearl ever again.
How did it get in there?
I don't know, but there's a ton of stuff in there. I keep stuff in him too.
That's sick. That's such a great use of Lion. Imagine how awesome it'd be to be able to just whip out a bike anywhere at any moment. Like you're pressing Y in a Pokemon game?
No, Rose didn't have a lion, because if Rose had a lion, I would have known about it.
Rose kept many things secret, even from us.
But not from me!
I love seeing how each character was impacted by and is currently handling Rose's death. We still haven't seen Garnet's response to her death. I'm really interested to see what Garnet's relationship with Rose was like.
None of you had what we had!
She probably just wanted to protect you like everyone else.
What do you know? You've never even met her!
Whoa, chill out, Pearl. Wow, that was a fucking crazy thing to say to Steven. That was so messed up. Oh, man, that was brutal. That was such an awful thing to throw at him. Like, the second she said that, the first thing that came to my mind was when he was like, how do you know what my mom was like? I didn't even get to meet her. Or whatever, you know what I mean? With Lars and the Moss.
Who cares? I hate it when she gets like this.
Garnet? Is she okay? Well,
Somebody please talk to Steven. Oh my god, he's the one who arguably should be the most upset about all of this.
this is really hard to do in sandals.
Go away!
Pearl! Did I do something wrong? You gotta tell me!
The fact that Steven is being way more mature and way more selfless than all of the other adults is so cool. I love that this show allows its adult characters to be selfish. Like, it just feels realistic. Just because you're older doesn't mean you automatically know how to process trauma. You know, it doesn't mean you're always gonna act mature.
You even sound like her. Do you remember this place? Do you have any of her memories?
Ugh, that's also kind of fucked. That's so much pressure to put on him. Obviously, nobody should expect Steven to have Rose's memories, but I feel like that comment put so much pressure on him to be a replacement for Rose, or at the very least, just reminds him that she can't exist because he does. He doesn't really seem to have a survivor complex like that, or if he does, we haven't explored it yet. But if he doesn't, might get one now.
Pearl. Yes? I'm going to stay and fight for this planet. You don't have to do this with me. But I want to!
This is so crazy. Oh no. Pearl reenacting this moment in front of Steven. It's... Oh boy, Steven. Pearl making her own voice come out of a hologram of Rose can't be good for Steven's psyche. Especially since he just saw Amethyst kind of do this same thing. It's like, man, I don't know. Again, I do really like that all of the adult characters, like, sometimes emotionally shatter. You know, I like that they have incredible moments of weakness, and they shouldn't be expected to always keep it together just because Steven's around. However, I do love that Steven is constantly having this mother trauma forced upon him by others. You know, he never really gets to experience it at his own pace or cope with it at his own pace. And I guess that's just trauma, baby. I don't know. I don't have any, like, you know, no one in my life that's close to me has died, so I don't have this type of trauma. All trauma that I experience, I've been able to, like, regulate at my own pace on my own time. But I assume this is a great representation of familial passing trauma. Because you're not the only one who lost someone. So you are constantly bumping into other people having a bad day in regards to losing this person. And it's something that you can't always control. Oh, you know what? Today I'm just not gonna think about it and no one's gonna bring it up, you know? Because everyone's dealing with it.
Everything I ever did, I did for her. Now she's gone. But I'm still here.
Excuse my dog, but woof. It's wild that the last episode implied that Greg and Amethyst briefly had a thing together, and now this episode is heavily implying that Pearl was deeply in love with Rose. It's so crazy how complex they're willing to make this whole family dynamic.
Well, I think you're pretty great.
That was the worst crying animation I've ever seen. It was very well done, but oh my god, did I not like seeing it. It was so brutally realistic. It was just brutal. Like, I felt like I was Steven. Like, I could feel what holding Pearl doing that would feel like. Oh, man. I feel like I gotta call someone after this. I feel like I got some people in my life who have experienced trauma and we have shared in trauma, and I almost want to be like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Let's get something off my mind real quick. I hope Pearl appreciates just how emotionally mature and emotionally intelligent Steven must be to be able to comfort her about his mother's death at age 12. Like, it takes some strong emotional resolve for him to be able to do that. You know? Like, this is not something a child should have to go through. That's awesome. I love seeing Steven get lost in Pearl's, like, reenacting of her and Rose's war stories. That's so cool. That's really good. This is a good episode. God, I'm getting that feeling again, though. It feels like there's bricks on my chest. This is an exhausting show, guys. Like, this is really stepped up its quality. This is exhausting. My job is harder than anybody else's on the planet. I mean, look, not all heroes wear capes, but they certainly wear stripes. This is like, I can't believe that season 1 is regarded as like not the good season. People must be referring to the first half of season 1. Cause there's some build-up, for sure. It's a snowball. But like, it's rolled and it's gotten bigger and it's found itself. This last string of episodes, man, it's been good. Speaking of things that are good, if you like what you're seeing here and you want to get like an unbelievable amount of extra content not found anywhere else, make sure you consider subscribing to my Patreon for just $4.99 a month. There are other tiers for sure, but I would argue that $4.99 a month is the best value tier. You get the most... We don't get the most content, but you get the most content for the lowest amount of money, I would say. Go check it out. Go check out all the tiers. But there you will get access to dozens of hours of exclusive reactions not found anywhere else. Witch at Atelier, the extended editions of all of my movies, or on High School Host Club, more. All of that and more can be found on the Patreon, and you're just helping out the channel in a massive, massive way. So make sure you check that out. The link to it will be in the description below, and now on to the next one. This next episode is titled The Message, so sure, that's probably gonna make me cry. Surely that's a recipe for disaster. How many more fucking heartbreaking messages can we even get at this point? How many sad episodes can we stuff into one season? Is it bad that I'm actually missing the days of Cheeseburger Backpack?
Woo! That sounded great.
Oh, thanks. I'm thinking about calling it Water Witch.
I know it's not, but is that a reference to Lapis Lazuli? Like, is the trauma of him getting his leg broken that day leaking into his music? I'm so fucking on edge with this show right now. I just see sad possibilities everywhere.
Actually, I was inspired to make some new songs after the ocean got sucked up into space a while back. I even drew up some freaky album artwork.
It looks like Lapis Lazuli.
Okay, that one's actually crazy. I can't believe I was right about that. Oh, that cover art goes so hard. I would buy that merch in a heartbeat. Dude, honestly, this is such a great use of Greg's time. This is absolutely what he should be doing with his trauma.
Where my jams at?
I don't think it's plugged in.
Aha! Boop! All right, here we go.
Did Steven just plug his guitar into a VCR? In Steven's defense, why does a VCR have a port for a 1/4-inch jack?
Something like, well, she's a riptide queen and she's super mean.
Whoa, hold the phone. Now give the phone to me. Lapis was not mean.
I like how Steven made it seem like he loved the riff before absolutely shutting Greg's ass down. Whoa! Hey, Greg, you're really onto something. Really? You think so? Oh, yeah. Onto some garbage. Here, let me do the writing. I'm about to cook with Oh, and cook with this? He did. Sorry, Greg, Steven absolutely smoked your ass. This is fire. Although if you want the song to be a wide-selling success, maybe don't make it so obvious that this is an actual conversation you're having with your dad. This song rip! This song goes so hard, it's like Steven Universe's version of Hotel California. Like, I don't know, I like it a lot. Maybe the best song in the show. Like, actually, so far, obviously. I don't know what other songs are there. I like this more than Giant Woman. I like this more than the song Pearl sings when she's jealous about Sugalite. This is really good. I really like this song.
You won't shut up!
Guys, just keep something heavy on top of it. Like, that clearly worked. You just gotta keep the button down. Hold on, Garnet. Steven was on to something. That sounded cool as hell. You guys gotta get Greg over here and record that.
Audio? My daddy-o knows audio!
You mean Greg?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't whine.
I love how nobody wants to interact with Greg. By the way, in the last episode, I mentioned how we've never gotten to really see Garnet's relationship with Rose before. I'm realizing now, I also don't know what Garnet thinks of Greg. We know Pearl kind of resents him because Rose fell in love with him, and then because of that love, Rose died. And we know Amethyst kind of resents him because he chose Rose over her. I don't think I've ever even seen Garnet look at Greg.
Now I'm gonna add some reverb and some low octave effects. I'm also adding some fuzz, because who couldn't use more fuzz?
Hey, don't. Why are you adding distortion to this already distorted sound? Don't just toss out music terms like this.
It sounds like music.
Am I the only one who thinks it doesn't sound anything like music? Am I the only one who thinks this just sounds like noise still?
Okay, hold on. I got this. It's changing.
It almost sounds like a voice.
Steven, are we listening to the same thing? How do you hear a voice? I'm still trying to figure out how it sounds like music.
I really blew it, huh?
Oh, come on, Greg. You can't blew it if nobody really expected you to accomplish it in the first place. Also, I didn't say anything about it when it happened, but earlier, Amethyst, left the scene, and she was like, "So long, Gregory." And I love that things are, so weird and awkward between them now. That's just a cool little bit of continuity.
It just isn't fair that you have so little faith. That's a B-side.
God, even in his second attempt, Greg can't make a better song than Steven's. Fucking pack it up, old man. Go lay in the shore and let it take you. Also, interesting that Greg has such a high opinion of the other gems, considering none of them like him.
And if I can't figure this out, then maybe it isn't even sound.
But Dad, if it isn't sound, then what else could it be?
Oh my god, is it video? Are they gonna plug it into the VCR and somehow it plays footage? Somehow it plays the entirety of My Cousin Vinny, and Cartoon Network was just fine with airing that?
Dad!
I'm not that far away from you, buddy.
What if it's...
Some other thing I'm not good at?
I kinda hate that Steven's the one to figure it out. Way to kick Greg while he's down. Steven writes better songs than him, the gems like him more, he's smarter than Greg.
Okay, Amethyst, try it now.
Never started a car with a key before. That's way easier.
Why is Amethyst hot wiring cars? What the fuck was that about? Is that a reference to a previous episode that I'm just missing? They took Greg's van in the first Lapis Lazuli episode. That's the only time I can remember Amethyst being in a car.
I hope you're able to hear this. There's a gem that's looking for you. She even knew your name. I don't know how. I didn't tell her, I swear.
Whoa, what? What? What, does Steven have an aunt or something? 'Cause that'd be sick. That'd be so rad. Oh, that's insane. What other gem? We've exhausted all of the gems I've already known about.
Homeworld? It's not the way it used to be. Everything here is so advanced. I can't even understand it. There's no way anything on Earth can stand up to it.
This is such a crazy message. This is so hype. The invasion is coming.
It's Peridot.
I'm so fucking stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said on a recording. Of course it's Peridot. How could I have forgotten that Peridot just learned his name and said they were bringing an army? Cool. Sick. What a waste of commentary. What a waste of a brain this is.
Thank you, Greg. We would not have received this message without your help.
Greg, cut off that hand and frame it right now. The life of that hand has peaked. The only thing we can do now is to honor its life with a shrine. And that was episodes 45 and 46 of Steven Universe. Pretty good. I loved Rose's Scabbard, and it's sick that we got kind of a Lapis Lazuli episode with a great Lapis Lazuli song attached to it. Rose's Scabbard was awesome. I love any like Pearl Freakout episode. The space one and this are both great. This episode's weirdly gorgeous. I didn't mention it, but like the sky, the night sky in this episode is stunning. I gotta get going. I kind of ran out of time to record this, so I'm gonna wrap up this outro, but please consider subscribing to my Patreon. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, of these episodes, my dogs are freaking out, and what you'd like to see me react to in the future, and I will see you guys next time.
All I want is someone to